Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Kobe Team back at it with another top 10 soundtrack video. And yo, this one is a very special one because this is one of my favorite games of all time, if not the most, my most favorite franchise games of all time, Spyro the Dragon. And today I'm gonna give you my top 10 best Spyro soundtracks of all time. Now this is all from the original games, Spyro 1, which is Spyro the Dragon, Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, and Spyro 3, Year of the Dragon. And also I want to give a shout out to DamnBotG for the video suggestion. If you guys want to see a specific type of video or have a suggestion to make, feel free to comment it down below. And without a further ado, let's get with the video. Number 10. Lofty Castle. This soundtrack is just, I feel like it's so magical. It really demonstrates what Spyro is. It's just such a fairy tale environment, and I feel like it plays very good with the type of level it is. It's very like dreamy, very bubbly type of level, and I feel like the composer really matched the soundtrack with the level perfectly, and it's simply just a great track. Number 9. Lost Fleet. This soundtrack I feel like really represents Spyro. I feel like it's a very country vibe, nature vibe, and honestly I don't feel like the level really matches the soundtrack. If I never seen the level Lost Fleet, I would really think of like a swamp, maybe like woods. Like, you know, it's a very like swampy environment, I would assume. And honestly, Lost Fleet, I really hate the level. I don't know, I don't really enjoy the level. I never liked the level, but the soundtrack really is just amazing. I just love it so much. I just don't feel like it matches the level, but nonetheless, this is an amazing soundtrack. Number 8. Sunny Villa. Yo, this soundtrack, man, I feel like almost everybody that's played Spyro knows this soundtrack because first off, it's one of the first levels in Spyro 3. Well, it is the first level. Second off, the demo version, the skate park version. We all skated to this song while playing Spyro 3. It's purely a soundtrack we can never forget. It really plays in with the bright environment. It's very lighthearted. It's very like a daytime type of soundtrack, and I feel like the composer really matched the vibes well with the level. It's simply another Spyro banger. Number 7. Magic Crafters. This soundtrack, I found it was really unique with the, what is it? I don't think it's a guitar. It's like some string instrument. The plucks are just so like bizarre and weird, and it really fits in with the world. It's very like out of this world type of world. Like Magic Crafters is very magical. It's very like the colors. It's like a diluted pink. It's honestly like very unique in its own way, and I find it so amazing how like these instrument selections and patterns the composer uses, they're very odd. First you get like a weird string pluck, and then it's like a nice guitar riff. Like it just fits really good on its own and with the world itself. Number 6. Dark Hollow. This soundtrack I feel like is such a perfect representation of not only the level itself, but also the diversity of the different soundtracks within the Spyro games and the uniqueness. I find it fits the dark and quiet vibe of the level. And honestly, this kind of reminds me of that one Sonic game, that one what was it called? I think it was Sonic CD, that one hidden creepy soundtrack in that game. I feel like it's similar to that. And Dark Hollow, man, One of the first levels I've ever played in Spyro the Dragon ever. Another soundtrack that instantly hits the nostalgic feels. Number 5. Fireworks Factory. Now this is another song, let alone another level. Everybody knows who's played Spyro knows this level. Like, it's just so bright, it's very colorful, very like the sky is just amazing. I don't know, this soundtrack, oh, I love it. It's just one of those soundtracks that like just bring you back. You just know it's from Spyro. I don't know, there's something about Spyro soundtracks that just makes it very unique. It's like the instruments they use, I don't know what it is. It's like, I know for a fact I don't hear it in today's type of games. But Fireworks Factory, man, what a throwback. Number 4. Town Square. This soundtrack, man, brings me back so long ago. I feel like it doesn't match the level, but in a way it does. It's weird. You would think it's an uplifted, like bright level, but it's kind of like sunrise or sunset type of level. But the level and the soundtrack manage to coexist together, and it's purely another amazing chemistry of art within video games. Number 3. Sunrise Spring. Honestly, this is OG as fuck. Spyro 3, the first soundtrack, or the second if you want to include the main menu. The second soundtrack you ever hear. It paints the image so well. It's like a calm, uplifted vibe. Matches the green grass, the vivid, saturated sky. It just slaps. It's amazing. It fits very well with the level, and no words, composer nailed it. Number 2. Winter Tundra. This one was a bit hard because, if I'm being honest, Winter Tundra, Summer Forest, and Autumn Plains sound very similar. They're very ambient, they're very dreamy type of soundtracks. But this one, for number 2, I had 3 options. It was either Winter Tundra, Summer Plains, or I mixed it up. It's either Winter Tundra, Summer Forest, or Autumn Plains. They sounded very similar, but just the chrysalis, or can I say that? Chrysalis? The crystal sound effects in Winter Tundra just make it so fucking magical, and it corresponds so well with the world. It's all wintry blue. It's like two sides. The sky has two sides. It has a very dark blue with a sunrise, with a sunset or sunrise peaking. It's just such a magical ambience and an amazing composition. And I've made a lot of slow reverb type of remixes to Spyro, and Winter Tundra was one of them. And if you want to check it out, click the icon thing on the screen. And yeah, this track is just so relaxing and so ethereal. Number one has to definitely be top of the line, OG of the OG, Artisan's Homeworld. This, man, first soundtrack I've ever heard in Spyro, excluding the main menu, but this paints no better representation of what Spyro is. Such a magical game. The sky colors, the grass, the medieval castle environment. It's purely a masterpiece on its own. And honestly, all of these soundtracks, specifically this one, belong in a museum. These need to be studied for centuries because it's just so amazing. I don't know. It's so fantastically magical and uplifting, and it's very hard to play this on a bad day. It's very hard to play this in a bad mood. I don't know. This is just in a subcategory of art on its own. It's beautiful, and once again, I feel like this paints the image of what Spyro the Dragon really is. And there you have it, guys. My top 10 of the best Spyro soundtracks of all time. This video once again was super hard to make because honestly, Spyro the Dragon soundtracks are just super underrated. Like the style, the compositions are just so unique and versatile and different compared to like any other video game soundtracks in my opinion. And this was just such a tough decision to put it in the top 10. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below your thoughts, what videos you want to see, and what does Spyro mean to you? Because honestly, this franchise, this character, these soundtracks really stand out for me compared to any video game I've ever played. Honestly, I'm honestly just saying that only to Spyro. This really stood out. The soundtracks, the levels, it's honestly an amazing work of art. So thank you for watching, and swag on!